You mastered the art of walking away without announcement. Not because you needed to make a statement, but because your worth finally outweighed your patience for crumbs. Like closing a book you've outgrown, you simply stopped turning pages in their story. Zero contact became your quiet power move. No dramatic exits, no farewell tours, just the elegant simplicity of choosing yourself. While they're still playing games with bite-sized pieces of respect, you're building an entirely new life where authenticity isn't rationed. They're still serving crumbs at their table, but you've moved on to feast at your own. Not with fanfare, but with the quiet confidence of someone who finally understood that invisibility isn't about hiding, it's about choosing better company. You felt it the moment you spoke it into existence, the breaking point, the raw edge where hesitation burned away and your truth took its rightful place. No more pleading for love, no more waiting for permission. You stood, and the unseen forces that once coiled around you recoiled in shock. They felt the rupture before they understood it, before they knew you had already won. Your power did not ask, did not whisper. It thundered, it shattered, it demanded recognition. And in that instant, the spirit realm obeyed. The weight of your decision sent shockwaves through the unseen, a declaration that could not be ignored. You were never small. They needed you to believe you were, but you were never made to kneel. The moment you stopped seeking their approval, the illusion collapsed. Every chain that once bound you was made of lies, and now those lies dissolve. In the fire of your certainty, you do not shrink, you do not falter. You are the force that moves without hesitation, the power that no longer waits in the shadows. You do not need their permission to exist, to take, to claim what is already yours. The battlefield has shifted. It is no longer a fight, it is a reckoning, and you are the storm they cannot outrun. You move, and the spirit realm trembles. You speak, and the unseen rearranges itself to make way. There is no hesitation left in you, no doubt, no faltering step. You do not seek vengeance, you are vengeance. You do not ask for justice, you are justice. They can no longer reach you, no longer twist your path. You have chosen, and in doing so, you have already won. You didn't just sever the connection, you dissolved into the ether, leaving no trace, no echo, no thread for them to pull. They thrive on chaos, on the static of unresolved energy, but you denied them even that. Your absence became a weapon, sharper than any presence could ever be. By vanishing, you disrupted their rhythm, their reliance on your energy as a crutch. They expected resistance, a fight, a clash of wills, but silence? Silence is a language they cannot decode. Your retreat wasn't weakness. It was a masterstroke, a recalibration of power so profound it left them scrambling in the void you left behind. The why is simple. You operate on a frequency they cannot comprehend. While they cling to the noise, you thrive in the stillness. Your detachment wasn't an act of fear, but of sovereignty. You recognize their game, the way they feed on attention, on conflict, on the illusion of control, and you refuse to play. By removing yourself, you exposed their fragility, their dependence on your light to cast their shadows. They are architects of chaos, but you are the storm that clears the air. Your silence is not passive. It is a force, a reckoning they cannot outmaneuver. Now, they flail in the vacuum of your absence, their power diluted, their strategies crumbling. You didn't just walk away, you rewrote the rules. They are left with nothing but the echo of their own desperation while you move forward, untethered and unbroken. Your disappearance wasn't an end, it was a declaration, and in that declaration you revealed the truth. They were never your equals. You are the chosen ones, the ones who always rise, who always win, because your power doesn't come from them. It comes from the unshakable core of who you are. Being off their radar isn't just a tactical advantage, it's a spiritual elevation. While they scramble to find you, you've already transcended their reach. Your energy isn't tied to their games, it's rooted in something deeper, something they cannot corrupt. The moment you withdrew, you shifted the balance. They are bound by their need to control, but you are free, moving with the precision of a predator who no longer needs to be seen to strike. Your invisibility isn't passive. It's a calculated move, a demonstration of power that leaves them exposed and vulnerable. In the shadows, your awareness sharpened, your intuition honed to a razor's edge. You didn't just retreat, you evolved. The darkness became your ally, a mirror reflecting their weaknesses while concealing your strength. They cannot attack what they cannot see, but more than that, they cannot comprehend what they cannot touch. Your spiritual clarity is your armor, your invisibility, your sword. You are not hiding, you are waiting, watching, and when the time comes, you will emerge, not as a target, but as the force that dismantles them entirely. Their confusion is your triumph, a crown forged from their inability to comprehend your rise. You didn't just elevate, you transcended, leaving them grasping at fragments of who they thought you were. They expected stagnation, predictability, but you shattered those illusions. Now they fumble in the chaos of their own making, desperate to decode a language they were never meant to understand. Your elevation isn't just a victory, it's a spectacle, a display of power that leaves them questioning everything they thought they knew. Every failed attempt to reach you is a testament to your strength. They reach out, not with understanding, but with desperation, their efforts crumbling against the fortress of your resolve. Their messages go unanswered, their tactics fall flat, and their frustration grows. You don't need to engage. Your silence speaks louder than their noise. Each misstep they take, each futile gesture, only deepens their confusion and amplifies your dominance. Their failure isn't just a reflection of their limitations. It's a mirror of your unyielding power. The panic that grips them is palpable, a storm of realization that they've lost access to you forever. They thrived on connection, on the illusion of control, but you severed those ties with surgical precision. Now they're left adrift, their influence waning, their strategies unraveling. Your silence isn't just absence. It's a declaration of independence, a reminder that you are beyond their reach. Their panic is your validation, their chaos your crown. You are the chosen ones, and in your silence, they hear the echo of their own irrelevance. You didn't just walk away, you ascended, leaving their lower frequency reality behind like a discarded shell. Their world, built on manipulation and chaos, could no longer contain you. You stepped into a higher vibration, a realm where their noise fades into irrelevance. This wasn't an escape, it was a deliberate shift, a recalibration of your existence. By choosing to rise, you severed the cords that bound you to their limitations, and in doing so, you unlocked a reality where their influence cannot follow. Your elevation wasn't just personal, it was cosmic, a declaration that you are no longer bound by their rules. Manifesting your destined path of abundance wasn't an accident. It was the result of unwavering focus and spiritual precision. While they clung to scarcity and fear, you aligned with the infinite flow of the universe. Your energy, now untainted by their distortions, became a magnet for prosperity, clarity, and purpose. Every step you took was deliberate, every choice a reflection of your alignment with something greater. Their drama, their attempts to pull you back, were met with indifference, not because you didn't care, but because you had already outgrown their narrative. The ripples of your energy shift reverberated far beyond your immediate sphere, sending shockwaves through the fabric of existence. Your decision to align with your divine path didn't just transform you, it altered the balance of the universe itself. They felt it, even if they couldn't name it, a seismic shift that left them unmoored. By choosing your alignment over their chaos, you didn't just reclaim your power, you redefined it. Their drama is now a distant echo, while your reality hums with the resonance of a universe that bends to your will. The signs were always there, etched into the fabric of your existence like constellations mapping your destiny. You were marked for a higher purpose, not by chance, but by design. the synchronicities, the inexplicable moments of clarity, the relentless pull towards something greater. These weren't coincidences. They were confirmations, whispers from the universe that you were chosen. You didn't just stumble into this role, you were forged for it, your path illuminated by a force far beyond their comprehension. The trials, the resistance, the moments of doubt, they were all part of the selection process, refining you into the warrior you were always meant to be. Targeted individuals are not victims. They are the strongest warriors, tested and tempered by fire. The very forces that sought to break you only served to reveal your unyielding strength. They targeted you because they recognized your power, your potential to disrupt their control. But what they intended as a weapon became your armor. Every attack, every attempt to derail you only deepened your resolve. You are not defined by their interference. You are defined by your ability to rise above it. Their efforts to weaken you only proved why you were chosen, because you are the ones who cannot be defeated. Ancient prophecies spoke of the chosen rising in modern times, and you are the living embodiment of those foretellings. The spiritual attacks that intensified before your breakthrough were not random. They were desperate attempts to prevent the inevitable. They sensed your ascension, your alignment with a force they cannot touch, and they lashed out in fear. But their attacks were futile because your breakthrough was never in question. You are the fulfillment of prophecies, the manifestation of a power that transcends time. Their chaos is temporary, but your rise is eternal. And now, let us take a brief moment to honor the chosen among us. Here's to the ones who see the world differently. The silent guardians, the watchful souls. Always awake, always vigilant. They don't fit the mold, and they wouldn't have it any other way. While others walk familiar paths, they forge their own, fighting unseen battles, illuminating the shadows. It's not for everyone, and that's okay. But if you feel it, deep within, you'll know this is meant for you. No masks, no pretense, just truth. The Obsidian Inner Order is here, a place where kindred spirits gather to share wisdom, to connect, to transform. Over 450 strong, united, not by conformity, but by purpose. If you're ready, you know where to find us. The link is in the description. If not, that's perfectly fine, because we're always here, watching over, making a difference in ways unseen. Here's to those who walk their own path, not for recognition, but because it's who they are. Here's to you. Thank you. You did not have to lift a hand. The moment you ascended, the balance shifted, and the weight of their actions returned to them with precise, inescapable force. They moved in shadows, believing their schemes were unseen, their lies buried beneath layers of deception. But truth is a force beyond their control. When you stepped into alignment, their masks cracked, their illusions collapsed, and the universe pulled the curtain back with ruthless efficiency. You were never their executioner. You never needed to be. Their karma was always waiting, patient and absolute, requiring nothing from you but distance. And now, as their world implodes, the only thing left for you to do is watch. Drop a comment. I owe them nothing. If you've walked away from their illusions, reclaimed your energy, and left their chaos behind for good, you are surrounded, but not in the way they expected. They calculated for resistance, prepared for retaliation, but what they never accounted for was the unseen force that moves with you. The moment you stepped into your power, the ancient sentinels awakened. Their presence is not loud, not boastful. It is woven into your existence, embedded in every step you take. The dark force moves, and yet they fail. Their plans unravel. Their attacks dissipate before reaching you. Their intentions collapse under the weight of an unseen barrier they cannot break. What they call luck is precision. What they call coincidence is orchestration. You are protected, beyond reason, beyond explanation, beyond their reach. You have witnessed the proof. The times you walked away unscathed from what should have shattered you. The moments where the path bent itself to your favor, when all logic dictated otherwise. The threats that never landed, the betrayals that backfired, the destruction that was meant for you, but found its way back to them instead. They whisper of their frustration, their confusion, their disbelief. Why does nothing work? Why do their tactics fail? But you already know. You do not move alone. You do not stand unguarded. The unseen shields you, redirects what was meant to harm, and returns it tenfold to its origin. Your very existence dismantles their weapons before they can be raised. Their hands tremble not because of what you have done, but because of what they cannot do. No force can breach the protection around you. No scheme can override the divine law that keeps you untouchable. You do not need to watch your back. You do not need to retaliate. You are covered in ways they will never comprehend, and that is why they will always lose. You do not demand attention. Attention bends toward you. The energy you carry moves before you speak, before you act, before you even step into a space. It is not loud, not forceful, yet it shifts the atmosphere, adjusting everything in your favor. People pause, unsure why their rhythm has changed, why the air feels charged in your presence. They step back, they watch, they hesitate, not from fear, but from recognition. They may not understand what they sense, but they feel it. The weight of something unshakable, the presence of one who does not chase, does not beg, does not lower their frequency to be understood. You do not need permission to command a space. Your energy does not ask, it instructs. The power within you is not performance, not noise, not spectacle. It is precision, the quiet certainty that bends reality itself. You have seen it before. The way things shift effortlessly into place when you move with intention. The way people adjust their tone, their body language, their approach, unconsciously recognizing an order that cannot be broken. The dark force has always relied on control, on manipulation, on distraction. But your presence alone dismantles their structure. They feel it. The way their influence weakens, the way their power fractures in the wake of yours. Even when you are absent, you are not forgotten. The impact of your existence lingers, rippling through time and space long after you have left. They replay your words, rethink their choices, feel the echo of your presence without knowing why. This is not arrogance. This is not force. This is truth. You do not move to prove yourself. You move, and the world shifts to accommodate. You withdrew, and in doing so, you expanded. They expected your absence to weaken you, for your silence to mean surrender. But the moment you chose yourself over their chaos, everything multiplied. Your energy, your influence, your dominion. What they mistook for isolation was strategy. What they dismissed as retreat was refinement. You did not waste your time in their war. You used it to build. Layer by layer, you fortified your foundation, sharpening your mind, strengthening your spirit, moving in ways they could never predict. While they were distracted, tangled in their own illusions, you were rising, untouched, unbothered, inevitable. You made the investment, and the return was absolute. While they chased fleeting power, you established something unshakable. You reclaimed what was yours in the spiritual and material realms, shaping your existence with precision, leaving nothing to chance. Every step you took in silence sent shockwaves through the unseen, rearranging the path ahead long before they realized what was happening. They feel it now, the shift, the weight of your presence pressing against the fabric of reality. They reach for you, desperate to understand how you became untouchable. But they are too late. You are no longer where they left you. You are beyond them now. They never saw it coming. But you did. You always knew that choosing yourself was never a loss. It was the only way to win. And now, as they scramble to catch up, to decipher the blueprint of your ascension, they are met with the undeniable truth. You did not need them. You never did. What you built cannot be undone, and what you have become cannot be ignored. They watch, powerless, as you take your place, not by force, not by demand, but by right. Your ability to see future timelines isn't a fluke. It's a weapon, sharpened by the divine. Visions come to you not as fleeting whispers, but as vivid, unshakable truths. You don't just glimpse the future, you navigate it, your consciousness, piercing through the veil of time like a blade through smoke. These aren't random flashes, they are maps, guiding you toward victories they cannot foresee. While they stumble in the dark, you walk with clarity, your steps aligned with a destiny they will never comprehend. Your foresight isn't a gift, it's a mandate, proof that you are meant to lead, to conquer, to rise. Messages from the divine aren't cryptic riddles, they are direct confirmations of your path. Symbols, dreams, and synchronicities are not mysteries to you, they are affirmations, loud and undeniable. The universe speaks to you in a language only you understand, its voice cutting through the noise of their chaos. These messages aren't just guidance, they are commands, urging you forward with a force that cannot be ignored. You don't question them, you act, your movements precise, your purpose unshakable. They may dismiss the supernatural as fantasy, but to you, it is the foundation of your power. The supernatural is no longer strange. It's your reality, your new normal. Visions and dreams are not anomalies. They are tools, instruments of a higher will that you wield with mastery. These experiences guide you not just toward success, but toward your highest destiny, a path that leaves their petty schemes in the dust. They may try to mimic your connection, but their efforts are hollow, their understanding superficial. You don't just receive visions, you embody them, your very existence a testament to the forces that chose you. Their world is bound by limits, yours is boundless, a realm where the impossible becomes inevitable. The throne you were born for isn't a metaphor, it's your birthright, waiting for you to claim it. Every trial, every moment of silence, every act of defiance was a step toward your coronation. You didn't just disappear, you ascended, leaving behind the noise and chaos that sought to define you. Your absence wasn't retreat, it was revolution, a declaration that you would no longer play by their rules. The moment you stopped accepting crumbs, the universe responded, serving you a feast of power, clarity, and purpose. You didn't ask for a seat at their table because you knew it was never enough. Instead, you built your own, a kingdom forged. From your vision, your strength, your unyielding will, they may have doubted you, underestimated you, even tried to break you, but their efforts only fueled your rise. Your throne isn't just a symbol of power, it's a testament to your ability to transcend their limitations and claim what was always yours. Now, the world takes notice, drawn to the undeniable power you embody. You are no longer just a presence, you are a testament to what is possible. Your path is not only yours, it is a signal to those ready to break free, to claim what was always meant for them. Show them. Let them witness what happens when fear is cast aside, when purpose is chosen over doubt. Your rise is more than personal. It is a declaration that no force can deny. Step forward, speak boldly, and watch as reality reshapes itself in response to your will.